In this lesson we're going to cover adding a window to your catalogue. You can do it by opening up your catalogue manager, or you can just do it while you're in place with your catalogue. So I've just selected the windows from my building tab. That then opens up my windows in my catalogue. You have the ability to create folders and subfolders, and in my windows that's exactly what I've done. I've created subfolders that relate to the height of the window, just so it simplifies it because I've got a lot of windows in there. So let's say we wanted to add a 1200 by 3600 wide sliding window with 4 panels. Well, at the moment I've only gone as far as a 1200 high by 3 meter wide sliding window. So if I highlight that one, then right click on it, and one of the options I've got is to add an element. So if I select that, I then have my parameters open to add an additional window. So you can see at the top I've got a description. This particular one that I've copied is a 1230 sliding revealed. Well, I just want to make it a 1236. So if I just click into after the 3, type a 6, delete the 0, I've got a new description. So now I need to come down and change the width of the window. So you just click into there and you'll find the image on the side changes to what you're answering. So it's going to be 3600 wide. Click out of there and you'll see that the window has just made itself wider. The type of windows you can have a fixed window, a casement, hung, so single hung or double hung, sliding, awning, hopper, vent, bay, bow and louver windows. So what we've got here is we've got a 3-panel window. So what I want to do is I want to make it a 4-panel window. So if I click on this arrow here, drop it down, I can then select 4 panels. And that's as many as you can make it within the window itself. If you want to make additional panels to the side, then you'd come down the bottom here and say I want to make a left side light and a right side light, and that would add extra window panels to the overall width of it. So you can build up as many as you like. Also with the panes, so we've got a 1 by 1, I've got a 1 horizontal pane and a 1 vertical pane. Let's say for instance you wanted colonial bars on it, you could maybe type in 4 horizontal panes and 4 vertical panes, and therefore on the right hand side you can see it looks like it's got colonial bars on it. Okay, so I'll just take that back to 1 by 1, and let's say we want a highlight on it. So if we want a highlight, a low light, a left side light or a right side light, all you have to do is tick it. So if I tick that, notice I've got a little highlight up the top. Alright, so I want to make that the same width. So what you need to do is then come to the second tab, where it says lights. So if I come up to there, I notice that the type highlight has been ticked because I ticked it on the front page, but the thing is it's highlighting this one down here, the right side light. So just touch the highlight, and then you can then adjust the width, which we want at 3600. Click out of there. By 500 high, we might make it 300 high, and you can see I can change the horizontal panels back to 1, and I'm basically panes 1 and 1, and I've got just a fixed highlight type of thing. Alright, the shape of the highlight, if you click into the shape, you drop your arrow down there, you can have a rectangular highlight, you can have an arched highlight, or you can have a trapezoid highlight. Okay, so that's where you'll get a sloping type there. So if I come back over to here, just untick that, I'm now left with my 1236 4-panel window that I wanted. So that covers the basic tab, the light tab where you can go and add what you want. The detailed tabs, similar to your doors, you can set up what the frame width and everything else is. So have a little play with that if you want to. It's probably best just left as it is. You will find if you try and make your frame, notice I've got mine at 70. If I make it 90, then I'd have to have windows for 90mm walls, then I'd have to create windows for 70mm walls. I tend to have the 70 and put those into the 90, and graphically on the drawing it looks fine. The thing is, if you create that at being, say, 90 and you go and put it in a 70mm wall, your jamb pokes out both sides of the wall and doesn't look quite right. So I tend to leave it at the smaller width wall and go and put it into the bigger width wall, and it looks fine. So have a play around with it, but my recommendations is you just leave it as it is. Similar to everything else we've added to the catalogue, we have an appearance tab. So we can then, for each part of the window, go and select an image. So the glass, you can see it's clear there, and it's glass. The frame, I've got sliding coloured window sliding door colour. So it's basically, it's just a colour I've selected that's going to be for my windows and doors. Under the quantity tab, similar to everything else, we can sort of put in a code there that might relate to your structure or composite or recipe, depending on your estimating system, whatever they call those things. You can put the code in there and you can take the quantities off. Okay, so it's quite simple. Hit OK, and then there I've got my 1236 sliding reveal. Now you'll notice that it's put it in above it. I want it at the bottom of the list. You can't do the reordering just in your catalogue on the side. You have to open up your catalogue manager. So if I right click and go catalogue manager, it will then open up that catalogue manager. So once you've got your catalogue manager open, you'll notice that what I can do is just grab this window, hold the mouse button down on it, and then just drag it down, and you can see that the 3.0 is now above the 3.6. If I hit OK now, it'll just reorganize itself on the right hand side, and you're okay to go. And as you can see, now my right hand panel is correct. So now I can just close that up, and I'm ready to go and start putting windows into the design. That's all for this lesson. We'll carry on with windows in the next lesson. Thank you very much.